Okay, so this is a short video on how to use the TX81Z Programmer with a Yamaha DX11. I'll flash up on the screen now where you can get the programmer from. It's written by a guy called Matt Gregory, so thanks Matt. I tried quite a few and it was the best one I found, so that's the one I use. So if we just go to, first of all we go to the DX11 and make sure that the MIDI control is set up correctly. If you press the utility button there, and then you hit the MIDI button 18 and make sure that MIDI control is set to on. Then you hit the exclusive button number 20 and make sure that MIDI control exclusive is set to on. That should get you going. And if we go back to the programmer now, if we do the MIDI setup here and make sure that that is your MIDI device and that that is your correct MIDI channel, we can do a quick test. If you hit test, it'll send a MIDI note to the DX11 and you'll know it's working. Okay, so we click OK. The first thing we want to do is to get as much of the information out of the DX11 as we can, so we do a retrieve snapshot data over here. Now notice that I haven't ticked preset voice banks A to D. If I do tick them and click OK, everything seems to work. But then it crashes. I'm not sure why it crashes, but there must be something to do with the System X differences between the two devices. So if we click cancel, if we try again, this time we untick preset voice banks A to D, and we try again. The preset voice banks A to D are just the presets anyway, so it's no great shakes if we've lost them or we can't back them up. You can get them off the internet anyway if you look hard enough. So here we go. We've got the working memories for the voice, the working memories for the performance, micro tunings, all the internal memories, all the performance memories. They're all there. Now, you see at the moment that they're all red, which means they haven't been saved. So if we click on this floppy disk icon here, and we click Save As, and then we call it whatever you want to call it, test number 2 or something, whatever you want, whatever's sensible for you. And we click save, and now they've all gone black to indicate that we've saved them, that they're backed up somewhere. So now we can start fiddling with it. If we click on internal memory number 1, double click this, right, and we get the voice editor up. Now any changes we make in here, like operator number 2's level, then they're transmitted directly to the DX11 in real time, so that's good. Everything like that works fine. So I have noticed sometimes when you're swapping backwards and forwards between the internal memories and the performance memories, that sometimes it doesn't always switch the DX11 to the right memory, but if it doesn't, you can force it by doing a transmit voice here, and that will force it to be editing internal memory number 1. Okay, now if we look at the performance memories, now another issue to notice, to make note of here, is that it only backs up 1 to 24. Now I think that's because the TX81Z only has memories 1 to 24, whereas the DX11 has memories 1 to 32. So if you've stored performance things in memories 25 to 32, then they aren't going to be backed up by this method. That's something else to bear in mind. And if we just go into that one there, so we double click on that and we bring up the performance editor. Now normally to select the voice, you click on here and you can pick anything you like, preset number 8 or whatever, internal memory number 8. There we go. Now I've noticed when you do that, it doesn't transmit that correctly to the DX11. It always defaults to internal memory number 1. I don't know why. Again, it must be a System X difference between the two devices. Well, what you can do is you can change it here, then go across to the DX11 and you can change that manually on the DX11 to whatever you want, just to match what it says here in the editor, and that system seems to work fine. Okay, the other thing to note is when you've finished editing, you'll probably want to store the performance here. So you do performance, store performance, and then you pick a memory to put it in. But when you put it in that memory, it just puts it in the memory of the program itself. It doesn't actually store it in the DX11. So if you pick one here, I won't do it now. What you'll need to do then, if you've changed something, if you go across the DX11, you'll notice that the P at the start of the of the memory has turned into a lowercase p. That means changes have been made, but it hasn't been saved on the DX11. So if you want to save it on the DX11, you need to hold down the store button here, and then pick a memory to store it in, and then that stores it on the DX11's memory. So that is about that. Apart from that, everything I've found works fine, and yeah, it's the best programmer. So thanks a lot, Matt Gregory. It's really good.